Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first vlog in a long time. Let's go with that. So it's almost, what time is it? It's almost 6 p.m. in the UK, so that means Steam sale changes will be soon. So I figured I'd do a recordy thing. Testing out a new tablet as well that we've been sent for review, so I figured might as well kill two birds with one stone and kind of throw it all into one. Hopefully the audio quality is okay. I did do a few initial tests, and it seemed to be okay, just judging from the tablet itself. So I guess we'll see. That's why it's in, portrait rather than landscape, because it just happens to stand up easier, to be totally honest. I'm propping it against my keyboard and monitor, so it works really sort of well. Anyway, so figure I'll just let you all know what's going on the channel. Thank you all for watching and all of the other stuff that you'd probably expect. It's been, as I said, far too long since I've done one of these. It's just, I don't know why, making a vlog for me isn't 100% normal. It's not, no, it doesn't come as natural maybe. But I figure I'll make one anyway and address you all, see how you're all doing. The channel's been fairly busy recently, as you're probably aware. Pretty much every release under the sun's happened, which is not really easy to cope with because we're quite small. So it's a case of all hands on deck. I'm pretty happy actually how most of the analysis turned out. One of the GTA articles I managed to write like 2,000 words, which isn't too bad. Finishing off the frame rate analysis on that, and additionally got Far Cry pretty much done, frame rate to do on that, but Far Cry, the frame rate's pretty solid anyway. Then there's Dragon Age, which is also not doing too badly. I've got most of it recorded on the Xbox One. On the PS4, not so much. Basically, only just got that a couple of days ago. And there's a reason, because basically, as it turns out, the Xbox One version, we got two versions of it. It was dispatched kind of incorrectly. I don't know what happened. I spoke to the shop, and I'm still uncertain whether it was a screw up on my end, and I possibly just selected two Xbox One versions in the basket. Although typically I do check. The thing that I'm probably guessing that happened is that I had a couple of instances of the browser open. I usually middle click to order stuff so I can check the basket, and I think that kind of screwed up. So anyway, it's resolved now. It's sent back. I've got the PS4 version, and we're all good, hopefully. So yeah, I'm really enjoying actually owning both systems at the moment. Not just because I can do graphics comparisons. It's quite nice to have both. I've got to say that I will be doing it's basically a year now they've both been out, slightly over a couple of days. But I will be doing my full impressions of both systems. Now they've had some updates and stuff. I didn't really think it was worth doing it in the first year, to be honest, past the initial thing. But I've got to say I'm really enjoying both systems. I don't think at this point you can buy a system, either the Xbox One or the PS4, and actually think to yourself, crap, I made the wrong decision. The Xbox One, I actually slightly prefer the controller. I'm not saying the PS4 controller is bad, but I dislike a couple of features. It doesn't feel so comfortable, at least in my hands. I prefer the Xbox One's controller. But the PS4 controller is really cool. I really love the touch pad on it, I've got to say. I think that was a really nice move by Sony, and both systems, as an infrastructure, I think they're really cool. So, yeah, I honestly think at this point it's really down to which system you kind of have a preference with. Aside from that, what has been going on? Well, as I touched on earlier, RGT's been really busy, and website's doing pretty well. We've basically quadrupled our views actually on the website, which is pretty impressive considering I'm still yet to implement the forums and mobile versions of the website and a few other bits that's just been on the back burner, and I keep putting them off because there's been so much stuff to do. Hopefully I'm hoping to work over Christmas just on that and kind of cane it, which would be ideal for me. And in the PC market as well, there's been quite a few releases, but a couple of them have been really crap in terms of AAA optimizations. Even within some of it's been fixed with the 60 FPS and aspect ratio. There was a lot of controversy with that, but as I said, a lot of it has been, to a degree, resolved. It's not, I would say most of them are better than what they were, but, if you look at AC Unity, it's a complete mess on launch, but it's, it's getting better. So, what has been going on with me aside from that? Well, it's a little weird because come back from the gym today. Today's actually been along with yesterday a little bit of a relaxation day. I've been so busy, I just kind of wanted to have 1 day or 2 days to unwind, and I'm going to be just going hard at it tomorrow, trying to fix everything. So today I went to the gym, cardio, didn't sleep amazingly, which is a bit of a pain. I'm someone that really needs like 8 hours solid. If I get like 7, I'm functional, but I'm not happy. And I'm also not much of a morning person either. Like some people, really early to rise. Me, not so much. I just suck at it, which is weird considering most of my family, in terms of like my sisters and all of that stuff, they're really early risers. Me, no. I don't know. I think some of it's pre-genetically disposed, and I think some of it is the internet's. But I've never really been good at the whole early morning thing. So I've been doing cardio, which is pretty good. I'm trying to go to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week, if only just to give me a bit of break in scenery, because I've been focused on RGT so much recently. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But aside from that, it's really just been all hands on deck with the whole everything. Actually, just a random topic. I don't know how many of you have heard of this show. Not that I'm promoting it, but I'd kind of semi-recommend it. New one that I'm watching, and that's Helix. It's how can I put it? It's kind of like a zombie type of thing, but with viruses. It's pretty cool. Set in the Arctic. It's by Sci-Fi, so the budget isn't like AMC's Walking Dead or whatever, but it's pretty cool. So if you're interested in a new show, it's on Netflix. So if you happen to have a subscription, you can check it out, I suppose. I've got to say, even Walking Dead this season's not been. It's been okay, but it's not been as good as what I'd hoped. To be totally honest, it's been acceptable. It's been better than last season, because last season I didn't really like the whole governor situation. If I'm totally honest, I thought it was a bit meh. So what else? So all the graphics cards, of course, are coming out next year, which is looking to be good. There's going to be quite a few of them, and I'm actually quite anticipating all of them, if I'm totally honest. I'm really looking forward to the R9 390s, and they're looking pretty good. I just realised it's kind of like a yellowy light. It just so happens, because this is like recording screen in the background, so we've got some like yellow lights to try and balance stuff out, so all my clothing is looking a bit yellow. My skin's looking a bit yellow as well, but yeah, whatever. My hair's kind of got like yellowy flecks. It's weird. Anyway, I'll have to sort that light bulb out. I think it's like the one at my desk that I usually use for like editing. Anyway, not that it really matters. So, what else has been going on? Well, I'd also like to thank you all for your continued support, actually, for RGT. It's weird, because for me, as someone who does it every day, it's kind of weird to just be not just seen, not just viewed, but to know that people are spending time watching the video, especially since some of mine can get pretty lengthy. I mean, some of my tech cons can be like 30 minutes plus long. So it's good that people have that time to set aside, and it's kind of flattering as well. Because at the end of the day, even though we're small compared to some of the big channels, it's still fantastic to me to see like a video's got 1,000 views or whatever, and to see that we are being linked and referenced and shared and Facebooked and all of the the normal stuff of the internet. And I'd also like to apologise for being just absolutely shit when it comes to communication, particularly when it comes to Twitter. I'm not so bad on Facebook, but with Twitter I'm really awful, abysmal actually I would go with. I think the main reason is just because I just run out of time during the day. Plus, to be totally blunt, I don't really like Twitter as a platform. I know many people love it because they can make multiple tweets and they can talk to everyone. But for me, it's like I feel it's a bit restrictive as a platform. And I do realise that you can use like tweet longer and stuff like that to increase the length. But I know Facebook is also easier for me. So yeah, I will try to be less crap. But yeah, so Facebook people of course are asking me like what graphics cards and stuff to recommend, which is quite nice. It's I don't I like getting messages from people. I might be a bit crap. Yeah. Oh, incidentally, because there are a couple of us on the channel, there's like a Marta, so if she reads it, or if like Murasaki or someone else reads it, they may forget to say, oh, by the way, Paul, Bob has messaged and wants help with something, and so your best bet, if you don't get a response, just kind of budge me again, just be like, and just always say for attention of, because otherwise someone else will read it. It's just kind of easy. But as I said, Facebook is generally easier to get hold of me with. But aside from that, things aren't too bad. As I said, it's been a little bit of an informal video. I just kind of made this spur of the moment because, as I said, waiting for Steam sales. Actually, some pretty good ones this year, I have to say. Time's ticking, so I'll be jumping on them in just a second. PC is actually pretty good, actually, in terms of sales at the moment. So it's not shabby. I just, for your FYI, I'd also recommend, and obviously, this is just between you and I, like no affiliations or any of that bollocks, but if you're also interested in, PC gaming, also check, obviously, the main ones like GOG and Green Man Gaming. Amazon, to a degree, can be sometimes cheap. You've also got a Humble Bundle. I don't really like my personal opinion. I don't. It's okay, but I'm not really a massive fan of it. But of course, most of the time you need it anyway. So yeah, I mean, definitely check them out. Don't just jump on Steam, even though it's what most people associate. Even my hands are turning going. Anyway, so yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff that's cool, and I'd recommend that you check out a multiple. Up in view. Okay, that didn't work. I was hoping, I was sliding my cup along the desk, like it's got like an evil face, and I was hoping it would just kind of go into view, and it didn't work at all. So I'm gonna lift it up a little bit and be like this, sort of. See, it would have been cooler if you couldn't have seen my hand, but it didn't work, alas. But anyway, so hopefully you've found this loggy of V pretty interesting. Interesting, but at least somewhat semi-entertaining. As I said, it's just a case for me. It's not natural. Well, not natural, but it's just still odd for me to make vlogs and have people watch them and that type of thing. Most of you probably know what I look like or my name and all of that stuff anyway, because I appear in other videos like reviews and stuff. So it's not like my face is the mystery, but yeah. So I think that's pretty much it. I can't think of much else to say, actually. I think I probably shall when I get less crap at the whole vloggy thing. But for now, I think I shall bid ye farewell. Yeah, so hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon. What time is it, actually, just out of curiosity? Okay, it is 6:06, apparently, which is the time of the Steam. Oh, I'm going to give you one last little tip that I did touch on Steam, but I'm just going to give you this tip, even if you don't watch our Steam videos, like our Steam sale videos, but I'll just say it anyway, most of you probably know this. But what I'd recommend in terms of the Steam sale, if you're new to PC gaming, is the following. If a day, let's just call it day A and B, right? So let's say a game comes on Steam and you're not sure whether you want to buy it, and it's day A, right? And you're thinking, let's say you've allocated yourself, I'll just use easy figures, let's say you've allocated yourself like $50, and you can't go above that for whatever reason, let's just say that's the maximum you really want to spend. What I'd recommend is, if you've got $50 and you see a game that's like $20, just for example, and you think, wow, that's eating up a lot of my budget, but you kind of want that game, and you're wondering, well, hey, day B is coming up tomorrow, is it going to have a better deal? What I'd always suggest is today's deals, day A's deals, are still going to be on tomorrow. So if you are new to Steam, my personal recommendation, and this is my own personal strategy, if you're not 100% certain about a game, and especially if you're trying to balance your budget throughout the entire sale, maybe make one purchase every other day or whatever, one option, wait until day B. If day B doesn't have another deal that's really killer, that's much better than day A, go ahead and buy the deal from day A. If not, then you know day B, you've got the same thing, so you can keep waiting, effectively. So that's just one way to do it. It's by no means the best strategy. My also other strategy for the Steam sales, to be totally honest, is if a game is not like, I want this game, as in, like, it's really good, I know I'm going to play it quite instantly, I'll wait. Because there's so many sales. You've got the Steam sale for Christmas, you've got New Year's sometimes as well, and sometimes, well, actually usually extends all the way, doesn't it? And of course you've got the winter sale, the autumn sale, the spring sale, the God knows whatever sale. I mean, this one's basically Black Friday sale, and so on and so on and so on. So it's like, even this sale, which is like, what day is it today? 27th, I think? 27th, yeah. So, in like a month, effectively, you know there's going to be another one, which is going to be the Christmas sale, and that one's going to go like absolutely crazy as well. So that's what I'd suggest. Anyway, I digress. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I shall see you soon. Goodbye, good lady or good sir. Take care, and bye for now.